Oh no, Andy's dead. Serious about isolating the power. Hi, welcome to the channel. We're on site today. First job we've got to do is get some light in here. Some idiot has broken one of these bulbs. Don't know how that happened, but we're going to show you how to safely replace a broken bulb. So here's a few of the tools. You're not going to need all these, but here's a few of the tools that you're going to need in order to get this job done. First thing we've got here is an electrical tester. It's a non-contact tester, and it works quite simply by placing it on there. You're never going to get a false positive, but you may get a false negative. So if there's not power there, it may still flash and light up. But with the tips we're going to give you, telling you how to isolate the power, you're not going to get those false readings. Right, what else do we need? Oh, we've also got a different kind of tester. This one is a contact tester. You place it on the item and finger on the end, and you'll get a little bulb of light up in there, tell you if there's power there. I think a lot of people are scared of these because it means you're actually touching your finger on the end of it and placing it into an electric 240 volts. I can see why you'd be scared of doing it. If you are, get one of these. Or also with these tips we're showing you how to isolate the power, you're going to be perfectly safe when it comes to changing the bulb. So yeah, this is how you do it. And so they are relatively, well they're safe if you use correctly. Make sure none of it's broken when you use it. Also, I've got some pliers to help removing the bulb. We've heard of many ways of taking these bulbs out. Long nose or needle nose pliers are pretty much all you need. You can get ones that are VDE, safe for electrical, but I just use these every time knowing that the power is isolated. A little bit of tape, a little bit of board, card or whatever, and a pen. Reason for these, especially as we're on this rental property, other trades coming in and out, it can happen. When we isolate the power, somebody could come in and turn it off, so we're going to tape it up to show not to use it, not to turn it back on. And quite simply, a pen and a piece of paper. We're going to put that in front of our consumer unit, so if anybody does come in and we're not here, they'll know what's happening and not to turn anything on. And we'll show you how we make that safe. Follow me. So here we are. This is a consumer unit. They look very similar to this. They'll be hidden away in your house somewhere. Some are smaller, some are bigger. The newer ones now have metal casings around them. It's got these switches, turn on and off. It's got the main switch, which is bright red. And of course, every now and again, you're supposed to test it to make sure it's working. But I bet nobody out there does that. It's labelled up underneath, or at least it should be, telling you what each one of these switches does. Basically, they're a safety. It turns the power off before your light switch. Pretty much the power comes in, you turn it off there. No power then goes out to what you're using. This one here, it says ground floor lighting. It's a 6 amp breaker, I know that. If I switch that and I go to my ground floor and the lights are off, I'll leave them on at the switch, and if you'll see there, look, the lights go off. So we know we've isolated that correctly. There's another one here for a security alarm, the garage, the cooker. In this instance, the shower's also turned off because we've taken that out and that's been made safe in the loft. You'll see the 0 on top, that tells us that it's off. You know, it's down for off, which is the safe way it should be, down for off and up for on. Unlike lights, which is in this country, which often work the other way around. But there you are, you know it's off. What else can I tell you about this? You could also just isolate the whole power. I'm not going to do it in this instance because we've got an alarm on here, it's a rental, and I can guarantee that the battery's gone in that, and I turn that off, the alarm will be going off outside. So we made it safe, turned off ground floor lighting, which is where we're working. I'm going to isolate this with a bit of tape, so nobody can come in and turn that on. I suppose while we're here, we'll put one on the shower, although there won't be any danger to me if anybody does turn the shower on. And also, do not turn on the lighting circuit, work in progress. Danger of death. Not the person turning it on, but the person changing the bulb. So let's go make sure the power is off. Right, I can't say enough how important it is to turn the power off at the consumer unit before attempting to grab hold of a broken bulb. You're going to grab hold of it with something conductive and you can definitely get a shock. Do not rely on switching off the power just at the wall like this. Many reasons being, we'll show you, for example, on a two-way switch. And that is what happens if you don't isolate the power. There are many rooms in your house where you can have a two-way switch. That, you know, you can turn a switch on at one end and off at the other and on at the other, vice versa. That, especially in the hallway, you could be working on one upstairs, somebody downstairs switches the switch, and that's what happens. So, we've definitely isolated the power. It's not just off there. We've checked, it's not down there. We've checked with this again. We checked to make sure this is working. I've got a live socket that's showing it's working, and my test is still working. I test it up there, and then I go back, making sure the power's off, and we can use this contact tester as well. I'm not going to say grab hold of this. This has got, it's plastic, but sharp bits on there. We're just going to grab hold of this with the pliers, twist it, and pull the bulb out. It's a GU10 bulb. It's got this kind of fitting. If you're not familiar, you have a look at that, and have a look at how it works in there as well. They slot in, and like is it a quarter turn, if that? So now, if you didn't know what bulb you had or what kind, when this has been safely removed, you can take it along to your local hardware shop and ask for a replacement, carefully of course, you know. Or you can read on there and it'll tell you what kind of bulb it is. It's a GU10, it tells you it's 4000K, so we want one that matches. So we've been and got one that's exactly the same. You don't have two warm light and one cool light bulb, you want it more to match, so your replacement wants to be the same. And it's just a straightforward job, putting it in, turning it on, going back to the consumer unit, turning it on there, and then turning the power on and making sure you've done a good job. Right, so the power's back on at the consumer unit. We're all okay, our bulbs are matching and the light's working and it's safe again. Loads of other bulbs to change in here. Let's get on with that. Now here's an example of why you need to kill the power at the consumer unit. There's only one bulb on here. At this point we're only guessing that this is the light switch. I know it's next to it, it's pretty obvious, but nothing's happening. You don't know if you've turned it on or off. You just have no idea. We've got a broken bulb there, live power running through it, exposed metal. We've actually turned it off. I don't want to be stood this close to a broken bulb with power flying through it. So yeah, isolate the power again. Let's double check, let's go through it all again. Isolate the power, tape it up, make it safe, come back and take that bulb out safely. Right, so we've isolated the power at the consumer unit. We've tested it with our tester, boom, boom, boom. I recommend, if you're going to do this on your own and you haven't got one of these and you're scared of it, go and get one. They're so inexpensive, they're much cheaper than, death, much cheaper than electric shock. There you go, that's just giving me peace of mind for about a tenner. Can't say it enough. Non-contact tester. This case we've got a bayonet bulb which they can get a little bit stuck. We're not going to grab hold of it in our hand because they have a glass surround, as you know, broken bits of glass there. So another thing to do, people don't like wearing these, but get some for £1. Going to save your sight. It does happen. There you are, we're going to grab hold of this and give it a twist. Wow, that is in there really well. Push up and twist. And there we are, safely removed. I'm going to throw it in a cardboard box or make it safe and throw it away. Right, we're going to put the bulb in, back to our consumer unit. Let's see what happens. Ah, perfect example of this. Could have been on the whole time. Ah, we had no idea. Right, so while we're here, we've got these downlights that will be fitted in the bathroom upstairs. I'm just going to show you how to safely remove these bulbs. These are held in place with this retaining clip. You just squeeze the two together like a spring, remove that. And often, the way these break is the fronts just fall off. Or if they've been hit, they'll fall off. And the usual way to take these out is a little sucker cup that fits on there. Push that on, twist it and pull it out. If the power's isolated and you've checked it and it's safe, the way to do it is just to grab hold of the edge with your pliers, twist it and pull it out. Nice and safe again. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos of this rental renovation. We've got a video coming up showing you how we fixed a bouncy floor. That's a good little video. A bathroom renovation, how to change a double glazed unit, and there's plenty of other videos on the channel. Go and check them out. Loads more great videos coming up, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.